Welcome back to the show, everybody. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. We're in the 36 day range to XRP Las Vegas.
At the MGM Grand.
Did you get your ticket?
XRP community, the SEC versus Ripple case is over. Now the path is clear, and the celebration at XRP Las Vegas 2025 just went 10x. And you need to be there May 30th and 31st at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. Hear from White House Crypto Council members on stage, including Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Giancarlo. You'll also hear from Dr. Christopher Brummer from Blueprint. And one lucky builder developer will win a $25,000 prize for the best Web3 project idea.
Get your tickets today, ladies and gentlemen. XRPLasVegas.com, and there will be $25,000 in prizes to the best developer builder pitch and pitches, because there will be multiple winners of that $25,000. Let me tell you, super excited. Let's take a look at this. It's $2.87 trillion for the market cap of crypto. The market's off 1.2%. Bitcoin now $88,500 plus. Definitely moving up overnight. And then we see here 1,600 plus for Ethereum, $2.10 for XRP. We're off 1.2 in the 24. We're off 3% in the 7-day range of price between 207 and 213, sitting at 210. We'll keep an eye on it. You'll want to listen to this. This is Caleb and Brown. And by the way, you can go to xrpwealth589.com or click the link to Caleb and Brown under the video so you can have a personal customer service rep no matter what questions you have on your crypto platform account with Caleb and Brown.
We also have different features, which includes DCA. We've also got Target. When you sign up to use our service, you're not only getting the support of your broker, but we have a support team as well. And we're there to kind of support you through accessing your portal account, helping troubleshoot issues that you might find, as well answering any questions that you might have about how to use the service.
Let me just tell you real quick. Just a few nights ago, I needed to move some assets over. Wasn't sure, had some questions. Reached out ahead of time, set up the appointment, and was on the phone with the service rep from Caleb and Brown while I'm walking step by step through the questions that I had to have asked and answered. I tell you, there's no feeling quite like it. And we all know the bull run's coming. Accounts freeze up, exchanges freeze up. You could talk to your rep, set a price point, and if anything happens, you're still getting your price point you need because you did it by setting it up with a real person and putting that in with your broker. I tell you, there's nothing like it. This mirrors traditional finance. Click the link for Caleb and Brown, or just simply go to xrpwealth589.com and sign up today. This is not a joke. It's amazing, ladies and gentlemen. It really, really is. And join us in the Freedom Zone today. Boy, oh boy, are we going to get into that. Did we have the real footage from the JFK assassination? I don't know. You tell me. We're going to look at it today. Starting right here, due to President Trump's pro-crypto stance, some banks are striving to increase their ties with the crypto asset industry. Oh, and that's not all. Now, we know this news jumped off yesterday with Germany's Deutsche Bank and Standard Chartered are now reportedly looking to expand their crypto operations in the U.S. And by the way, I said it's not all. We touched on it as a reminder yesterday. This is the CEO at the time being asked if he's familiar with all of this digital business, and this is what he had to say.
To be used for cross-border trade. Going back 5 years, we had digital currency underpinned trade finance and money settlement systems, and using as a medium of exchange, using things like Ripple's XRP, for example, as a
Well, there we have it, right? And Standard Chartered looking to expand into the U.S. market, and they are already hip to Ripple and XRP. That was years ago. they had that discussion. Now, this is another reminder because I'm about to bring some news into this thing that's going to, I think, tie a lot of this in to make everyone understand just how massive this whole entire movement and this paradigm shift is, right? A paradigm shift, right? It's the habits that are so deeply ingrained that we don't even recognize them as patterns or habits, right? And look, this is real. And what we're talking about is the paradigm of the financial system. Michael Arrington shared this yesterday and basically said, now, I don't know if this is real news or not, but if it is, it looks like it is that SWIFT was outpaced by China's payment system, SIPS. And it dominated by settlement accounts and amounts. It outpaced SWIFT and the US dollar just the other day. And he was pointing to the fact that this could be a signal of a major paradigm shift. I'm paraphrasing all of this. And I say, sounds like a job for Ripple and the XRP ledger lock in. One of the other important points about this is that this is another piece of evidence that shows all of us we don't have the luxury to ignore this. We no longer have the luxury to watch this can get kicked down the road. And the U.S. government and this current administration knows it better than anybody. Meanwhile, what do we see? SBI real estate finance blockchain-based solution for mortgages, public and transparent. SBI, the largest money transmitter in Japan, uses XRP. And then the quote, all of Japan will run on XRP by 2025. Well, here we are in 2025. And we're wondering, when's this going to happen? And this is a reminder from all the way back in 23 from Chad Steingraber to remind everybody that there is a huge connection and partnership between SBI Japan and Ripple, as SBI Remit teams up with Ripple to power instant remittance between Japan and Thailand. And that's just one thing, right? Well, I'm showing you all of this because there's a clip that just came out, and they're sitting down with this gentleman from Japan and SBI Holdings, managing executive director, Genki Oda. And I'm going to play this clip for you. And as I play it, now he has a very strong accent, so I encourage you to read the subtitles, but you're going to love what you're hearing here, and we will go over it. But let him say it in his best way entirety.
Let's talk
here.
a little bit about SBI Holding, right? You obviously mentioned SBI Holding is a conglomerate of sorts, right? If I specifically talk about just the fintech and digital assets footprint, you have a number of, if I may say, verticals or investments, right? How does SBI Holding bring it all together? How does it mesh it all together?
As of crypto Web3 business, SBI has a crypto exchange company and the NFT platform and the security token platform and the crypto fund and also market maker. And we will try to connect with Web3 market to financial market. We are now connected. And SBI Security is one of the biggest security company in Japan. The number of customer, the number of customer of SBI Group is more than 50 million customer.
Wow. Okay.
We have, and we can connect to these financial customer to crypto market.
And but how do these companies work together? Do they work together at all, or are they all working independently?
Yes, they work independently, but so like me, connect each company.
So there is connectivity across them, right? And then how are you guys building global corridors? So what are you doing at a global level? So within Japan, that's one part of the story. How are you guys expanding beyond?
So SBI Group invests not only in Japan. Now almost 50 over 60% of investment is outside of Japan now. And as of Web3 market, for example, B2C2 is one of the biggest market maker of crypto. And SBI Group is a main mother company of B2C2.
Listen what he's getting ready to say right here.
And as of XRP,
the asset XRP and Ripple.
Depot. Yeah.
Yeah. XRP Ripple, and then he talks about a depot, XRP Depot.
We are major outside stock owner, shareholder of Depot. Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, I tell you what, now I know his English isn't the best, but I tell you what, I understand what he's saying. He's talking about XRP Ripple, and he's talking about paying dividends out to shareholders. This is super exciting to me because, you know, SBI and Japan are massive, and this is what we have coming in on the other side of crypto. Listen to this. Japan's finance minister, Kato, to hold a meeting with the U.S. Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent, to discuss foreign exchange issues. Why? Japan is about to intervene in the currency market to devalue the yen. It's about to happen soon. When they do, the dollar will skyrocket. This is very important to listen to this. I really believe this. And it will re-engage the yen carry trade, pumping U.S. markets for the next 5 months. Okay, well, if you don't know, you've heard me say Plaza Accords. If you don't know what that is, I said 1985, we had the Plaza Accords. 25 through 28, in this administration's term, we're getting the Mar-a-Largo Accords, lock in. And I said that in response to the problem with the yen and the US dollar soaring. Why did I say that? Because I'm a geek and I'm a nerd. And I happen to know about these things because these things are interesting to me. I don't know why. But the Plaza Accord was a 1985 agreement among the G5 countries. Listen to who they were: the United Kingdom, the United States, West Germany, Japan, and France. And what did they do? They intervened in the currency markets to depreciate the US dollar, which had appreciated significantly and contributed to the growing US trade deficit. It was signed at the Plaza Hotel in New York in September 22 of 1985. The accord aimed to correct trade imbalances. We're in the middle of a tariff war, ladies and gentlemen, and strengthening other currencies, particularly the Japanese yen, German Deutschmark against the dollar, right? It helped reduce trade deficits temporarily, demonstrated international policy coordination, okay? And what do we see here? They said right here that the dollar is going to skyrocket. And that's what caused the problem for the Plaza Accords. And I believe it will be the same reason we end up having the Mar-a-Largo Accords. Lock in. I really believe that's going down. Not to mention, at the same time, the real USD has just been plugged into traditional finance and $3 trillion in settlement a year. Think of it for a moment, ladies and gentlemen. I don't need to play the clip anymore. You've heard it. And then Ripple's senior VP, Eric Van Miltenburg, is talking at Davos last January here about Swift basically, or Ripple actually being an update or replacement for Swift. And I believe that's simply because he doesn't want to reveal through his language what may be the case. But it's going to be one or the other. Let's face it. You know, Swift can't continue to operate in its current state and form because the technology out here, like Ripple's stack and the XRP ledger, can absolutely bury it over time. And it doesn't take 100% of Swift's customers to do that. It only takes a small amount. Right now, 300 plus top global institutions settling $3 trillion a year aren't leaving Hidden Road because the XRP ledger is going to be used. Now, are they? In fact, they're looking forward to all the scalability, efficiency, and everything else that comes with the benefit of that. That's what's amazing to me. Let me see if I can find this clip very quickly here. Okay, here it is right here. Eric Van Miltenburg, Senior VP, Strategic Initiatives.
Would prep us and say, don't say Bitcoin, don't say digital asset, they'll kick you out. And to see the evolution has been dramatic. Initially, we really were providing infrastructure in the form of a messaging product, kind of a Swift update or replacement.
And there you have it. So let me just recap very quickly here. So we have exactly what he's just said, right? Which is the wiring messaging system for the world, right? Of money. And then we know what Ripple brings to the table is tying in not only that side of it, but the liquidity side as well. So they're already working with Swift and Citibank and HSBC and others on that part of the equation. And then you come to the fact that we have the dollar getting ready to push for a huge strength run. And if that takes place, then that's going to put more pressure on countries like Germany, France, and Japan, as we just heard from, that are prepared to take massive steps to integrate to a new system incorporating SBI's technology along with XRP and the ledger and so forth. So again, you know, history repeats and sometimes it just rhymes, but Plaza Accords 1985, a similar type situation happening here, putting strain on other countries' dollars soon. Yes, that's what we're looking at. And we could see a Mar-a-Largo, or as the U.S. Treasury Secretary says it, a new Bretton Woods. Not financial advice from me or anyone else. It's just my digital perspectives. I'll catch all of you in the Freedom Zone. I hope you will click the link underneath the title of this video and join us inside. Come on in. Welcome back.